Peace and love, Black family. Okay, I'm gonna wait one more minute because I did say 7 o'clock and it is 6:59. Oh, this is the last time I'm gonna be talking about this. All right, get my life together. I don't have no fancy music. I'll make my own music. Okay. What's up, fam? All right, I got my phone here. 7 o'clock. I can't be on here for a long time because I got shit to do. So I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of things. So this is part 2 of the problem with Polight. It's your girl Ike here. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I'll be more than happy to introduce myself. My name is Al-Shabazz. I am a criminal defense attorney here in New York City. I'm a former prosecutor. I'm a former college professor. I'm a former law school professor, current college professor. I'm an author. I'm a mom. More important than any of the things I listed. I'm a mom. I have a 23-year-old son, and I have a soon-to-be 15-year-old son. So, you know, you know, this shit is hard. It's hard. It's hard because I love my people, and I love anyone who is trying to uplift us and bring us information. For those of you who don't know, that I am an informationalist. I am a legal informationalist, and what I try to do is I try to break down some of the legal things that are happening in the news and in the world into just plain language so that we can all understand it and make sense of it. What's really happening, not what is being fed to us. I was introduced to Brother Polight by someone, and it's interesting enough. I spoke to that person, and I will not. I guess I'm not going to name names because not everybody wants to be dragged into this bullshit. I don't want to be dragged into this bullshit. I kid you not. I was talking to my man today. I'm like, bro, I'm going to do this video. And he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, well, this has to be done. This will be the last one. Because obviously he's concerned with my safety too. He sees the post that some of y'all are putting up about be careful, sis, because you know how they are about, you know, messing with their money and things of that nature. And listen, I don't walk with the spirit of fear. That's one thing you have to know about me. I don't walk with the spirit of fear. And for those of you who have a third eye, if you look really closely, I am very much covered. I am very much protected. This I know. I would not be here. I could not have made it this far had I not had the coverage that I have. So I'm going to bring the brother on later on who gave Brother Polight $70,000. And this video is in an effort to appeal to Brother Polight so that he can pay this young man his money back. Because at the end of the day, he still owes him $40,000. He still owes him $40,000. I'm going to have him come on, and I'm going to show you a couple of things, show you some receipts. I told you I have receipts. I got receipts. I got a lot of receipts. I have receipts. I have conversations with Brother Polight. I'm not here to show all of that because that's pointless. I want to say a couple of things before we go forward, though. Here's the thing. There are a lot of people doing some victim blaming. Oh, he's dumb. He sent this man $70,000. That's dumb. That's dumb. Here's what I have to say to you. If and when your child, your daughter, ever comes to you and tells you that she has been a victim of a sexual assault, the thinking that you are displaying, you would then turn to her and say, well, what were you wearing? Right. That's the thinking. And we don't do that. We don't do victim blaming. We're going to place the blame where it belongs. Responsibility and accountability to the people who engaged in the criminal conduct and reap those benefits and rewards as a result of it. How does someone fall victim to this? Very easily. You trust people who hold themselves out to be trustworthy. And then there are all of these images of Brother Polight, which seem to uh, suggests that he's successful, right? And people want to mirror that success. They want to have some of what they see that he has, the cars and the clothes and the jewelry and all of the nonsense, all the material bullshit. But Polite's not stupid. He knows what appeals to people. He knows exactly what appeals to them. And so he's at the Gucci and the Versace store, which right there should tell you something about what is he trying to do, right? So that, yeah, listen, I don't want to blame the victim. That's not what we're here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. Um, what I'm here to do is demonstrate that this actually happened. I know that there are a few people who are diehard Polite fans, and I liken them people to Trump tards. The people who follow Trump regardless to whom or what, no matter what he says or does, they are like, well, that's fake news. That's how the fuck y'all sound. Those people, well, I don't believe it. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not here to convince you. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to inform you. And what you do with the information, that's up to you, right? But it can never be said that Ike was silent about some shit that was going on and she was privy to that information and she didn't make the people aware. That will never be said. Not about me. Because that's it. You know what? Y'all may not know me. I know a lot of people don't know me, but at the end of the fucking day, all I got is my word. I want to be able to look in the mirror and know that I've done good work. That matters to me. It matters to me. I have a conscience. And I have spirit guides that talk to me constantly. And if I'm not moving right on my square, I'm going to be checked. And so, for all intents and purposes, this is a check. This is a check. It's not just for Brother Polight, though. This is also a check for Aminette, my sister, Juliet in Small. You have great influence over this man. And he said it many times when he was out there doing the things he was doing. It was you who pulled him in. It was you who gave him the conversation so he could find a new way, a different direction. And so, again, I'm going to call on you to make sure that this young man gets his money back so that he can provide for his family, right? Because he has a child. He has a newborn child, right? I don't have to tell you how expensive kids are. That's why I ain't only got two, right? I don't have to tell you that. But, Polite has kids. I mean, you have a daughter. It costs money to raise children. And so because you are a part of this, you receive this money and you were part of the agreement to repay the money. I got to appeal to you. I got to appeal to you. So one of the things I want to encourage you to do is, it doesn't take a lot for you to do your own research and find out things. Let me give you a couple of tips on how not to get scammed before I bring this brother in, because I told y'all I'm gonna be on here for about 20 minutes. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna be on here for no long time, and I can't see the chat, so I'm not even trying to do that. I'll come back on and I'll look at the comments and respond, but I really just want to get through this. How not to get scammed. Anyone who is engaged in the business of investments and receiving investment, investing on behalf of people, one, they should have referrals, right? That's the first thing you should have. You should ask for. Do you have any referrals from people who have done business with you and who have either yielded some benefit as a result or are continuing to invest with you? They should also have a prospectus, right? They should have something to show you what their investments have been doing over time, right? Okay, that. 2, 3, you should have a contract. You should always have a written contract. I don't care who you're doing business with. If they don't have a written contract, they bullshitting. Okay? You should have a written contract. 4, you should have that contract reviewed by an attorney, because you are not an attorney. I'm an attorney, and if I'm doing business with someone and I get a contract, I'm going to have independent counsel look at it. I need a different set of eyes. So my trained eyes may not be able to catch what needs to be caught. And your untrained eyes definitely is not going to catch everything. So you may need to hire an attorney to review that contract. That should all be done before you relinquish, submit, remit, deposit, transfer one thin red dime. All of that should be done before. And if you are dealing with someone and you ask for these things and they are unwilling to provide them, then you know what? You shouldn't do business with them. You should absolutely not do business with. That should be a red fucking flag. It should be like red flag everywhere. Ding, ding, ding. Oh my God. Right? All right. So I'm going to call the brother in a second. Before we do that, I'm going to show you all a couple things. So one of the things that I told you was that this young man had sent $70,000 to Brother Polight via wire transfer. So the first 10,000 he sent, it's not reflected on this receipt. However, the 60,000, the 60,000 is reflected on this receipt, and I'm going to share this with you now because I said I would do that. So you should be able to see that. All right. So you see right there, it says wire transfer. This is April 26th of 2017. It's a Wells Fargo transfer into Juliet in Small's account. I'm hoping y'all can see that. Okay. All right. So that's and that's really, like really, what else do I fucking need to show you? I don't need to show you anything else. But I will. I'm sure you a couple other things. Uh and the reason I'm showing this is not to shame anyone, it's to show you that what I'm saying is true. It's true. Right? Because I don't have time to waste. I got shit to do. I'm an attorney. I got clients whose lives depend on me and the decisions I make. I don't have time for this bullshit. I'm a college professor. I got papers to grade and edit and shit like that. I don't have time for that. I'm a mom. I got things to do. I had a book signing yesterday at the Cove. Shout out to the Cove Lounge up in Harlem and everybody who came out to support me in my book signing. So I legitimately have a lot of things to do. I want to say that I have received a number of messages from many of you via inbox or on Instagram, just every social media platform. I have received messages from many of you. Some of you have indicated you sent money and you were able to get your money back. Some of you have said that you sent money and you haven't gotten your money back. And some people are just too damn embarrassed to say that they were dumb enough to send money and they didn't get their money back. So there's a lot of people that just will never admit that they have been a victim of it because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is. But the truth is that there are there are quite a number of people out there who have this same complaint, and I have no reason to doubt the validity of any of their claims at this point. I have no reason to doubt the validity of any of their claims. I just don't, and I won't. Right. All right. So I showed you that. I'm gonna bring the brother in. Let me see something because he might want to see. He may want to respond to some of the comments. It's just not my thing. Anyway, it's not that I'm ignoring you all, guys, but I'm not a YouTuber. That's the truth of it. I'm not a fucking YouTuber. And if you don't know that this YouTube shit, they're making a lot of money just off your views, right? Subscribers and the number of people that are watching, all that shit translates into dollars. And I'll tell you, I don't make a dime from YouTube, not one single dime. Okay, I don't. I have multiple streams of income, but that's because I bust my ass on a regular for those streams of income so that they would be working in my behalf. But I'm not here to take from my people. I'm just not, and it breaks my heart to know that there are people here that are taken from our people. So I'm gonna get the brother on the line. I think there's a couple ways I do it. It's probably the easiest way for me to do it. Let me see, is to just call him on my cell phone and let him. Can you show the wire transfer one more time? Okay. All right. The brother's texted me. I can. I'll show the wire. Let me show the wire transfer again. For those of you who are share. All right. That's the wire transfer. $60,000. $60,000 in the cashier's check. Which, let me text the brother and see which one, because we got which one. Well, there's several. Let me get back. Okay, everybody saw that. I spent up long enough. Okay, fabulous. Okay, I think everybody got that. And you know, it's gonna be posted, so I'm sure people are gonna go back and capture it and steal it and put it on their page and you know all that bullshit. I'm gonna show the agreement. I know he's listening. A couple ways I could do this, but this is easy, and I really don't want people capturing my documents. So I don't even know if I can show it this way. This may not work. Can y'all see that? Is it coming out the other way? All right, I'm going to do the screenshot, but let me call him up. Let me call him up and get him on the phone and let him talk to you. I'm gonna do I'll do the share, but because it's multiple pages, I'm not sure if it'll share that way. But in any event, let's get him on the phone. And I'll put him on speaker.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm good. I'm fabulous. We are on, you're on ID Speaks, and we are doing the problem with Brother Polight. This is part 2. I did part 1 a couple days ago, and I told people that we would show the receipts. We would show documentation to demonstrate exactly what happened. Now, I wanted to give you an opportunity to come on. I already addressed the victim blaming, and I know there are a lot of people out here who are doing a lot of victim blaming, but that really takes the focus off of the predators. And so I wanted to give you an opportunity to come on and tell us what happened. Tell us your story. Tell us why you sent Brother Polight $70,000.
First and foremost, I would like to thank you for dedicating your time mainly to help somewhat remedy this problem, and for everyone listening, this lady, I tried to offer this lady a percentage of the money returned, and she would not accept it. So I don't know what else to say about her character by saying that, but she would not accept no money from me. So can't no one say, well, oh, she's just trying to do this to get part of the 70,000 or any other crazy BS like that. She would not take nothing from me, and that's the God honest truth. So I wanted to put that out there first. And what happened was people that called me all types of names. I know I made a big mistake. You know, I was young. I wasn't really business minded then, but I trusted this dude. He claimed to have a similar background of what I know. You know, being incarcerated as a kid a lot, and the street life, the gang banging, and all of that type of stuff. Which is he's probably lying about that too. But I got close to him through his teachings and his so-called background, because I was familiar with that background. So it was like I trusted somebody that I never even met. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I changed a lot of I established a lot of good habits from his teaching. You know, the whole changing my diet thing, and just getting back to reading books outside of being incarcerated. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I established a lot of good habits from his teachings, and for turn around and do this, that's crazy. But like I said, the money was sent mainly, and it's not all about me. It's about my lady too. A big portion of this money was hers, actually. You feel what I'm saying? And I learned a lot about my relationship with her too, because the way she handled it was not like I expected any female to handle it, which was a plus, not a negative.
Right. I'm glad for that too. I'm glad for that. And let me just say, you know, for the people like ladies, you know, the women that are watching, and when your man is trying to do something, he's trying to make a move to better himself and better his family, and he makes a mistake, and that happens oftentimes. If you might misjudge character or you make a mistake, ladies, don't push him away. That's the time when you might need to pull him just a little closer. Pull him closer, right? Because we already got enough division amongst us as Black people, especially women and men. And when money is involved, oh man, it just takes it to another level. And so I'm glad to hear that about your woman, and shout out to her, because sometimes, you know, you get so angry about a thing that you really can't see the forest for the trees. And I'm glad that this didn't destroy your relationship, because it had the power, it had the ability to do that. And I'm glad it didn't. And let me just, I thank you for letting people know that I did not and I would not take any money from you. That's not even something that I asked you to say or you had to say, because I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so comfortable with who I am that I don't need other people to know that I did not take money from you. You know what I mean? Like that's it. But just so that because there are some haters out there who think that there must be some agenda for her to be involved. My only agenda is that my people are whole. That's my agenda. That's my only agenda. And I never look to come up off of someone else's misery. That's just not how I roll. It's not. And all I want is for all the people who have been fleeced by Brother Polight and Aminette to get their money back. That's all I want. And you know what? You said something that was really important, because I want you to know, and I want everyone else to know, that I do find value in some of the information that Brother Polight has to offer. I do find value in some of it, right? So I'm not saying throw the whole damn thing away, right? I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying he just need to get right. You need to get right, right? And we've never been a people who didn't think that there was possible for contrition or redemption or anything to that effect, right? And so there is an opportunity for you, Brother Polight, and I did extend an invite to him to come on to the show today. Not even the show, I just come on to my YouTube channel and address this. And I didn't hear back from him, but that's fine. I want him to know that there's value there. But we need the Polight who's committed to us, and not the Polight who's committed to Versace and Gucci and, you know, butterfly doors. So, okay. So tell me a little bit. You sent the $70,000. Would it be a fair statement to say that Brother Polight was very accessible to you before you sent that money?
Yeah, of course. Like most people that do things like that, and I noticed almost instantly stuff started to change a little bit. That's one thing when communication starts getting not accessible as before. You know, you start getting these little excuses about stuff that you never heard before.
Right. All of a sudden,
you know something ain't right.
Right. All of a sudden, right. And that's another red flag, people. If you are dealing with someone and they are extremely accessible before you send that fucking money, and then once you send the money, you can't reach them, red flag. Something is very, very wrong. Very wrong. Okay. That's a huge red flag. And that is a theme that I've heard from other people as well. And I think sometimes people get caught up in the celebrity status of just being in contact with the brother, right? It's like, oh, I'm actually talking to Brother Polight, right? This guy he's famous, right? He's famous. Let me say famous, because fame, fuck fame, right? It means nothing to me. It has zero value to me. But I can understand how you may not, you may not take the same precautions as you would with a lay person, somebody you just met in the street, right? You might not take the same precautions with somebody like Brother Polight. So I want to make sure you don't feel bad because you trusted. I don't want you to feel bad, because that's a good trait. That's a good trait. Young people don't trust anymore, right? And I think that harms us, because then we can't reach them, right? Those of us who are, closer to 50 than 40. We can't reach the young people because they don't trust us. And I wanted to make sure that I was at some level, that I would demonstrate to you as a young person that there are some good people here that are willing to help you without anything in return. Without anything in return, and I'm one of those people. I am. So so um so you sent the $70,000, and then after a while, there was a point where you had reached out to another individual who helped you get back $10,000 of that money, right? I don't want to say that person's name,
and I'm first and foremost, I'm very appreciative of that. But I'm not gonna say his name either, but right. I mean, who he is, and he had I felt like he was one of those people that tried to do the opposite of you.
Right.
I mean, just being honest, he's the opposite of you. Okay. And trying to make a little bit of bank off someone's misery.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I can't sit there and say that it is.
Right.
I'm not like that, and obviously you're not like that, and everybody's not like that.
That's right. That's right. Everybody is not like that. But you managed to get 10,000 back, and that's about the time where I got involved, and I had the conversation with Brother Polight, and I had all the receipts in, and I had the conversation with him, and so now I'm going to show what happened. Was once I had the conversation with Polight, he agreed to repay this money, because no matter this is indefensible, right? This is an indefensible transaction. If you are a legitimate business person, you at no time would accept $70,000 without there being a contract in place. You just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take someone called me and say, hey, I need you to represent me on a murder case. I say, you know what? That's going to be $25,000, $50,000, whatever it is. No, you don't send me shit. You come to my office, you sign this retainer agreement, this contract, sign this contract, and then give me a certified check, right? Because I don't know what a wire is. I don't know, I don't know where that's fugazi, right? Because if there's a legitimate business, then the money should be coming in and out of the business, not out of a personal account of your wife. And I say wife because I really don't know if they are legally married. And so we entered into this agreement that Brother Polight would pay back the $70,000, and he would pay it back $6,000 at a time, $6,000 a month. And he paid maybe twice? He did maybe once he did six, twice he did six. We have to go back and look at the actual receipts, but
the total he paid back was, I want to say, you look at our messages.
I'm gonna cast the agreement up here so you all can see it. Okay, settlement agreement. You can see this.
Okay, he paid 24,000 back.
Okay, 24,000. That's not even a dent, technically, honestly. Right. So this is the beginning of the agreement, right, where it's between you and your wife, and Polight and his wife, Aminette, also known as Juliet Small. Now, hang on. I'm going to go to the end of that agreement because that way you can see who. Oh, shit. All right. I'm going to show you this way. So you saw the agreement. For some reason, the PDF is not posted. on my screencast. So I'm just gonna do this. So here you go. Right? That's the agreement signed by Michael Nowak Jr., aka Brother Polight, and Juliet Small. See, you're a party to the agreement, Aminette. You're a party to the agreement because you received that money. Um, and so as a result of that, you are on the hook, my sister. You're on the hook. And you could very well be held criminally liable for wire fraud. Um, so so at this point, so 24, you said 24,000 has been paid back?
Yeah, so that leaves 46,000.
Okay. All right. So $46,000 is the appeal right now.
Yeah.
And we're waiting. I'm waiting. And I don't intend to do any more videos about this subject. I am not the point person for the get your money back from Polight fan club. Like I'm not, don't call me. I'm not, that's not who I am. You know, your story appealed to me because you're about the same age as my son, my own son. And it just was something about it. Something about it, because I've gotten other stories, but yours just grabbed me, and I was compelled to respond and get involved. And so to the extent that I was able to get anything back, I'm thankful for that. But I want you to get all your goddamn money back. I want you to get all your money back. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. We'll see what what accountability people will have in place. I will hope that if nothing else happens, that people are aware, then they will stop sending money to Brother Polight. Now that might, unfortunately, that might fuck some things up in terms of him being able to repay, because I don't know that I'm thinking he can only repay people if other people send him more money. Right? This is just that type of Ponzi scheme type of thing happening, where you rob Peter to pay Paul. And you keep doing that, and you keep doing that until it catches up to you. And I think at this point, it's caught up to him. So, anything else you want to add? Anything else you want me to cover? You want me to address?
No, that's it. I know people wanted to know about what the investment for. The investment was for some tax lien and tax deed real estate promised in a 90-day span. About a 100 to 300% return on the investment.
Okay, so that we're clear, it was your understanding that you would invest this money and there would be purchases of tax lien certificates, and though once you got the tax lien certificates, that somehow they would either be resold or flipped, or that property would be sold, and that would yield you a return of over 100% to somewhere maybe upwards of 300%. So we're talking $200,000, $300,000 return on $70,000.
Exactly.
Around there. Okay. All right. And did you ever get any paperwork? Did he ever send you any contracts, anything like that?
All of that was of course recorded phone calls, text messages, and I didn't get a contract till of course you came into play. So
right. So this is the only legal document that you have, and you can actually take this document to court and file civil suit. But I've spoken to you about this before, and I'll tell the people, it's really of a moot point to sue someone who has no money or has property, and he doesn't have any property. He has nothing in his name, and so what you would have after winning that lawsuit would be an empty judgment. That means a judgment that you can't execute. Can't execute it on a bank account. You can't execute it on any property or things of that nature. I mean, and they don't keep any money in those bank accounts. All right, it's just to receive and send. It's just, it's one of those. It's no stash sitting in the account that you could execute. You could have a judgment executed on that bank account. So it probably would be for naught to start a civil lawsuit, because that's not going to make him pay. Here's something else that I found. I was doing some research and I was looking something up, and then you all want to do this, you can do it. If you Google defendant Michael Nowak, if you Google defendant Michael Nowak, you'll see a number of civil cases that he's involved in. And there's one that's in particular, and it's pretty telling. One that'll come up, and it's the eviction. It's the eviction of Michael Nowak and Juliet Smalls from the La Park La Brea apartments in California. All right, y'all can look that up for yourself. This was in Los Angeles County Superior Courts. This is February 2008 was the judgment. It was last, yes, 2018, sorry, 2018. You're right, 2018. This was just earlier this year. He got evicted. He got evicted from his apartment for they instituted actions was for non-payment of rent, right? Non-payment of rent. So he and Juliet Small were evicted from that apartment. You can look that up yourself. It's just go defendant Michael Nowak, and you'll see the La Park La Brea ALLC versus Michael Nowak et al. Et al. Means and others. To have him evicted. So listen, you're riding around here with pretending you have resources and things of that nature, and it's all very doubtful, all quite doubtful. Okay, so anything else you want to add? I think we are we at, I know I'm past 20 minutes. I said 20 damn minutes. I said are we past 20 minutes? You want to add anything else, brother?
No, I'm pretty sure we covered everything.
Okay, all right. I know.
Once again, I would just like to publicly thank you.
You're welcome
for your services.
You're absolutely welcome. Anything further that I can do to assist you and your wife and your new baby, I'm here and I'm willing to do what I can. Okay, and then and don't give up. Don't give up hope and trust in our people, because there are still some good people out here who will do the right thing because it's just the right thing to do. There's still some people like that, so keep hope, stay hopeful, stay positive, because that will get you more than anything else,
Definitely.
All right, I'm
one more quick thing.
Go ahead.
I reached out to everybody you could think of in this community, and nobody wanted to touch it but her. And I understand why, because they probably want some money attached to it, and that's cool.
Yeah.
That tells a lot about this community, and I'm I don't know, man. Like I said on Brother Garfield's channel, I ain't putting no bad bone on Sonetta. I don't know him personally, but it's just something fishy about him.
Right.
It's something fishy about him and Polight, man. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows something that I don't, but it's something fishy.
Right. Well, I don't want to really invoke Sonetta in this. I reached out to the brother. The last video I saw of Sonetta was him going in about Polight scamming. So I was not.
But if that was the case, I publicly apologize.
No. Apparently that was a while ago, and he's back on the platform. So I'm not sure if they made amends or whatever may have you. But I saw him back on the platform with I guess Nature Boy or whatever. Who there are some allegations that he also has been taking money from our people that I don't know. But he's back on the platform, and the only thing I can say is that when I spoke to Sonetta about this, I asked him not to talk about it because I was trying to get your money back. And I was like, listen, if we can get this kid's money back, then we can salvage this and we can work on the redemption and we can get Polight where he needs to be. Right. We are a community. We're supposed to be a community. And so that was my approach. It's like, listen, all right, we're not going to hang his ass. Let's see if we can put the pressure on him to do the right thing. Do the right thing. And so I was on board. Like, all right, sis, if you think that's the best way, he's like, but I'm done with the motherfucker. And then I saw a video and he went in and I was like, well, damn, you really are done. And then I went back on the page and I saw Brother Polight and in the red wall. And I was like, hey, back on Sonetta. So, listen, Brother Polight brings a lot of views. Views translate into money. Sonetta has a YouTube channel, and he's about making money from it. Don't think for 2 seconds that it's not about making money. That is a platform that he gets paid from. And so I understand, why he would like, oh, fuck it, or we made up or whatever may have you. But I can't speak on him and where he stands now. I've heard things. I've heard he say, "Oh, that's old." I don't know. I don't know if you steal from me. I don't care if you stole from me a year ago or you still a fucking thief. Okay, you still a thief. So now that this is all out and he hasn't done, the thing that we tried to get him to do, which is to pay back these people, then we have to take it to another level. Right? We have to take it to another level. We have to take it to the people and let the people know exactly what's going on. And before I met Brother Polight, I was not aware of any of this. I wasn't aware of any of this, and why would I be? I don't concern myself. I am charged with the business of really helping people. Like really, like I save lives for real. Like that's what I do, right? And so I didn't concern myself with that, with those things. But now I am. And so to the extent that we can get him back to right, then hopefully that this video will do that, because listen, your character is your character. So you're gonna show us who you are. You're gonna show us who you truly are, or you're gonna let us just go off the paperwork. That's where we are with it. So. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go. Unless you got something else that you want to add. You want to add on?
One last comment. I don't
That's okay.
One last comment.
Go ahead.
It's not only mine might be the biggest, but it's not only about me. It's about even the people down to the $30 books that bought from him that didn't receive their product. It's not all about me.
Right. You're right.
Book that is $70,000 investment. Everybody needs to get what they're.
You're right.
That's what it is.
You're absolutely right. It's not just you. I've got messages of 4,000 here, 10,000 over there. One person inboxed me and said that they sent him I think $3,000 or $4,000, but after hounding him for a number of months, he actually got his money back. So some people have a success with getting their refunds. Others have not been so fortunate. Others have not been able to even make contact with him. Once that money is sent, he's not reachable anymore. And then he hides behind a celebrity status as to why he's not reachable, which is bullshit. But you're right. You're absolutely right. There are droves of people who are feeling some kind of way about the business transactions that they engaged in with Brother Polight. You're absolutely right. And I hope that those people will be made whole as well, right? Because that's the point of all of this, is so that he comes to the mat, right? And he addresses all of this, but legitimately, not with excuses, and not with explanations or any type of intellectual dishonesty, right? Because Polight, he's good with words, right? And so you got to be careful about how he will defend this, because this is indefensible. And so I suspect that he may attempt to explain this away, and there's just no explanation. Just pay him back. Just pay him back. That's it. I don't want an explanation. I just want you to pay him back, Brother Polight, or Aminette. Either of you. I don't really care who does it, right? But one of you needs to do it. One of you needs to do it. All right, fam. All right. Now, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. And it takes a lot of courage, to tell people that you have been a victim. Right? A lot of people don't want to do that. So I want to salute you for that, because you could have remained silent and then just been incredibly embarrassed and just got upset and kept it to yourself and never, that's it. But you didn't do that. You spoke out, and you did it at the detriment to your own self. And I want to commend you for that. I do. So thank you. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go. And listen, if there's any other, we've got more receipts. Do I think I need to show you every receipt, every check, every cashier's check, every conversation? I don't think I need to do that. Again, we're not here to convince you that this happened. We're here to inform you that this happened, right? And if you want to be a Trump tard, all right, I'm gonna let you go while I will do my little finishing thing. All right, brother. Okay. If you want to be one of those people who are like, a Donald Trump follower, whereas nothing someone does is going to change your opinion of them, then this is not for you. This video is not for you, right? If you want to come for me, this video is not for you either. For real, don't do it. Seriously, don't do it, because this is not about me. This is not about Ike at all. Okay, at all. And this will be my last video about this subject, because I don't want to be in the middle of this shit. I really don't. I don't want to be in the middle of it. That's why I didn't want to do the shit with Sinetta, right? I didn't want to be in the middle of it. But then my hand was forced because my efforts. I'm sorry, y'all. My dogs, they bugging out. My efforts fell on deaf ears. One of my dogs got in here. I got two dogs. I don't even know how he got in here. The black dog got in here. He would be the one that got in here. Got a black and a white dog. All right, family. That's about it. I got more receipts. I guess if I have to do another show, I will. But I really don't want to. And I showed you enough. I showed you enough that why you're going into Aminet's account. That's enough. That was $60,000. There was another 10,000 that was sent before that. So far, he's been paid back 24,000, and that leaves an outstanding balance of $46,000. And Brother Polight, I'm looking for you to pay that money back ASAP. I'm looking for you to pay that money back. Be a man. Be the man that your daughter would be proud of. That's right. I'm gonna invoke your daughter. I am, because one day she's going to be old enough to watch these videos about her father. And I want her to know that there was at least one woman who reached out to him and tried to get him to do the right thing. And there's no way around it. There's only one right thing to do, and that is to pay the money back. There's nothing else to say. Nothing. Nothing. Don't fucking do it. Please, man. Pay these people back their money, right? Because we got bigger shit to deal with as Black people, right? We've got a president who's a self-identified nationalist, right? He left off white, but we know exactly what that means. We got bigger fish to fry. We really do. We don't need to be fighting amongst each other. We need this unity. We need to come together because we have a common enemy, and we can't be enemies amongst ourselves. Right? And so when someone says to me, you need to watch your back, really? Really? My brothers are going to come for me because I'm standing in my square, because I'm standing on my square? They're going to come for me? I should be concerned for my safety because of the Black community? Wait, I shouldn't be concerned because I'm educating people about the law and their rights and how to stay safe and how to beat the system. I shouldn't be concerned about them. Really? I should be more concerned about speaking up about the misdoings in our own community. I should be concerned. That's fucked up. That's scary. That's tragic. And if you, the men in this community, don't stand up for me, then fuck you too. That's all I got to say about that. And I mean that with everything I got. Seriously. Seriously. It's your charge, Black man. It's your charge. I'm a 17. I'm a 17. I acknowledged God a long time ago. I expect to be protected. I demand to be protected. It's not a question. It's not a question. When you see me, protect me. When you see someone who looks like me, protect her. That's your charge. That's your charge, Black man. I'm talking to all of y'all. All of y'all. Don't even send that energy my way. I want to see comments that say, I got her back. Nobody should come for her. Anybody that want to come for her got to come for me. That's what I want to see. I want to see an army of people standing behind me saying, you're doing the right thing. You put yourself out there. and you're doing the right thing. Because that's all I got. That's all I got. Right? Everybody know I lost my grandmother a couple months ago. She was 97 years old. And if there's anything she's ever taught me, if she ever taught me anything, is to always do the right fucking thing. Seriously, do the right thing. And I know that's all I can do. I don't know how to be corrupt. I don't know. I don't. It ain't in me. It ain't in me. I just don't know how to do that. So anyway, before I get emotional on this motherfucker, let me get off of it. I want to thank all of y'all who tuned in. I'm sorry I wasn't able to find the chat. Like I told you, I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I don't even know where the chat fucking box is. I don't give a shit. I'll come back in. I'll look for the comments, and I'll try to interact that way. And hopefully, the video will get around to Brother Polight and the people that have some influence over him. And hopefully his family and his friends will do an intervention on this motherfucker. I don't know what y'all need to do. Something needs to happen. All right. All right, y'all. Subscribe to my channel, Ike Speaks. Get my book, Black Girl Slim. It's on Amazon. Has nothing to do with this shit. It's about my weight loss journey and Black women and our inability to not be fat. Right. It's about us and our weight. It's about Black women and our weight, and how we have accepted that we big boned it and we ain't, and it's affecting our health. It's affecting our health. We are the least protected and the most unhealthy. So get the book, Black Girl Slim. All right, I love you. I don't just say that shit, man. I really, really, really love you. I love you. I really do. I really do. Y'all have a good night. All right. Peace.